Okay, I'm back. First video of 2018. It's still hella cold here in the GTA. Snow all around. Got the FA5 behind me. And today we're going to be talking about upcoming plans for the car and also the first Q&A for the channel. So let's get right into it. I'm freezing. Alright, so I'm in the car now. Much warmer over here. And so I asked you guys to ask me questions on my previous video and also on my Instagram High Beam Screw. So I wrote it down on paper and we're gonna get into this first Q&A. So let's get it. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with questions from my previous video. So the first question, Aaron G63 asks, what made you want an SI? For the SI, I feel like it's the perfect starter car. If you're a car enthusiast and you want to jump into the game, I feel like it's the perfect car to start with. Has Honda reliability, decent amount of power with VTEC. There's lots of mods for it. And then what really made me want it was like K-Series, K20 VTEC. It's just so cool. I just thought it was so cool when back in the day when they had the VTEC kicked in yo jokes. It just got me hooked on how it just makes power all of a sudden. And yeah, it's just so cool to me. That's what made me want an SI. Okay, next question. Jesus Saves 13. Are you still gonna do a how to drive stick video? Yeah, that's something I would like to do. I feel like even though there's a lot of videos on it, I feel like I can add my twist to it. So yeah, that's something I would like to do. I just need to get the audio set up in the car while driving, and then I could do a video like that. So yeah, sometime in the future. Arson Jasco, hopefully I pronounced that right. Are you going to get the WeatherTech floor liner soon? Right now I'm rocking the OEM all season, and right now that's good for me. I know the WeatherTech is the best one, but for me it's out of the budget. I wish I could get them, but I'm just gonna stick to the OEM all seasons. Okay, so wrong wheel drive. I'm in the market for an AP1 S2000 or an 8th gen SI. Having an SI, do you feel as if it's really that big of a downgrade from an S2000? Okay, so I've never driven an S2000, but I feel like both cars are kind of similar in terms of engine. The K-Series loves to rev, the F-Series loves to rev. And yeah, so both engines are gonna perform similar, I think, in terms of like daily driving. Obviously the S2000 is a little bit faster, but the main difference you're probably gonna see is the chassis. The 8th gen SI is front wheel drive, the S2000 is rear wheel drive. And I know the S2000 is like a small car, so when you sit inside it's like a cockpit, small cockpit. This car is not. The 8th gen feels like a regular car, but more sporty, obviously. And yeah, the S2000 is basically just a pure sports car. This is a regular chassis with a sports car feel. And yeah, so I hope that helps. There's also a part 2 to this question. Do you feel as if the factory SI Mugen of that generation is worth the extra cost over the standard SI? I feel like it's up to you. For me personally, I think it's worth it because I like the aesthetics that you get from the Mugen. You get the spoiler, you get the lips, the side skirt, the front lip. For me, and the wheels as well. For me, that's worth it if you care about those aesthetics. But if you don't care about it, I feel like it's not worth it because it is a lot of money extra. And the 8th gen SI nowadays, they're pretty cheap. So some people will settle for a regular SI because they're still the same engine, same everything. It's just aesthetics you're paying for and the label of Mugen. So totally up to you, but I think it's worth it. So next question, Solo Spartacus. What brand header and exhaust will you be getting? Okay, so interesting question. So in terms of what brand header, I'm looking at 3 of them. Obviously the Skunk 2 header, which is the best for the 8th gen. And the second one I'm looking at is the NVIDIA header and also the 1320 header. In terms of exhaust, let me give you a sneak peek of what you're gonna see this year. Did y'all get it? That's a sneak peek. And there's a second part to this question. Will you ever go forced induction? No, I'm a big fan of naturally aspirated, so I plan on keeping this car NA. But if I did have to go forced injection, I'd probably go supercharged. I feel like that would complement this car very well, and it'll still feel NA at the end of the day. Just a little boost. Moving on to the questions from my Instagram. So the first one, Kintia Adrian asks, what's your next whip gonna be? Another interesting question. So if you know me, there's two cars I always talk about getting next. And the first one is a Honda S2000 or an Evo 8 or 9, one of them. So S2000 or an Evo. Those are the two cars I really think I'm gonna get next. Hopefully that can happen. Next question, Uncle Jaden. What are you most looking forward to installing in 2018? So for this year, I'm trying to get a set of coilovers for this car. So if I do get that, that would be the thing I'm most looking forward to installing. I can't wait to see this car go low to the flow. Yeah, I just want to see this car. I just want to see the wheels tucked in. Nice fitment. So yeah, it would be coilovers. Okay, next one, Ramadea. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Want to do a squad race? I'm definitely down for a squad race. I think this car is actually ready. Yeah, when the weather gets warmer, Adrian, Ralph, I'm calling you guys out. I'm ready to race. Yeah, I think I can beat those guys, man. K20 VTEC. Andre, for real, do you prep performance parts for winter? So the mods I've done to my car are all in the engine bay, so I really don't have to prep them. The intake, the spacer. But if I did have like an exhaust, I think there's not much that you can do. Coilovers, I know they do have the sleeves. They sell the sleeves now that you can cover the coils. So if I did have stuff like that, I would prep it for winter. You know, protect your investments. So yeah. So last but not least, the last question, EP3.SIR. Shout out to you. Hopefully you can hop on this channel soon when it gets warmer or something. But he says, what's your next mod? So my next mod is going to be a catback exhaust, and that's coming this year for sure, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys are excited as much as I am. I can't wait to see how it's going to sound. Yeah, it's gonna wake up this car, hopefully, and turn this thing into a beast. So yeah, that's my next mod, a catback exhaust. Okay, so thank you to everyone who left a question, made this video possible. Thank you for the support so far. 2018 should be a nice year, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe to see more. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.